Thank you for joining me for this 5-minute overview of Meraki. I wanted a chance to show you what the technology's got to offer and what it can do for your organization. Now, Meraki's tagline is Cloud Managed IT. It means two different things for Meraki. One, I make any configuration and management changes from this browser-based dashboard. That's what I'm looking at here. Two, every Meraki device, whether it's a switch, an access point, or a camera, the first thing they do when they join a network is check if there's internet. If there's internet, it'll connect to the Meraki cloud using that, and then grab any configuration changes you make via that browser-based dashboard. And that means you never have to pre-stage a Meraki device if it's going to a remote office. That means you never have to console into a switch to set it up for remote access. It just works out of the box. And that's really the philosophy behind the Meraki product line. We want to simplify networking for any organization. Now, the dashboard that I'm looking at here is Meraki's own. This is our IT infrastructure. I've got a read-only account, so I can show off this to you. The page that I'm on is the organization overview. And I want to do something a little different here. Let's pretend you join the Meraki IT team and you're going to be our networking guy. So you take a look at, what's going on here. Let's say you have nobody around you. It's your first day on the job and you can log into the dashboard. So you take a look at this. You see San Francisco as a big red dot, so you're immediately frightened, but that's okay. You also see other locations like London and Sydney, so I know I've got 3 locations to manage as a Meraki engineer. Hit this tab on the right here, I get more details, right? I start to see, 600 clients in London, a lot more in San Francisco, Sydney's a little bit smaller. Let's say the first hour on the job, I get a help desk call from London, right? I need to help out. Again, no one's around. Well, I'm going to click on London and see what I can do. On the left here, I get security appliance, switch, wireless, all the devices that are in London. If I need to make config changes or look at certain monitoring pieces on those devices, they're available on the left here, all in one place. Network utilization, I get application level analytics, and if I click on this thing, it'll actually show me clients. All right, so tons of detail there and visibility that the device is giving me. Maybe I don't care about this right now. I need to find where that device is. So I asked him for the name. He happens to say he's Brett, and yes, I am cheating a little bit here. I see Brett Stainton here, so I'm going to type in Brett. And again, based on the username, we're able to find the device. There's his host name, MAC address, IP address. Let me click on him. When I click in on him, I see the access point he's connected to. I have no idea where that is, but that's the IP he's on. That's his username. Here's some application details, right? This is where Brett's been going. Networking information, and then a live tool to check whether he's got good connectivity. So right away, I get a ton of information about Brett. And up here on the right, I actually have a floor plan. So this is what our London building looks like. This is great for me because I had no idea where the APs are deployed, and there's AP 7.9, which Brett is connected to. It's the right one. He's not too far from it. The blue dot is actually where Brett's sitting. Tons of detail, even if I have no idea how Meraki's set up. Let me go back to the clients page. I want to show one more thing here. Let's pretend in that situation they happen to be connected to a switch. Brett was plugged in. And we're primarily wireless over here, so I'm going to pick on one of these telepresence units. I can see what switch it's connected to, BD Core 01, whatever that means, and the switch port 5. Same level of detail, telepresence unit, so I get weird application traffic here, but that's okay. Networking information, connectivity test. It's all there. If I want to see how that's configured, let me click on that 5. So I'm going to that switch port. Okay, and now I know it's a fiber switch. So I've got SFPs. This is a telepresence unit connected via fiber. I've got port traffic here, configuration for that port, connectivity statistics. I can run a cable test if I needed to, and I get collision statistics as well. And all of that in one page, in one click. Having no idea how any of this stuff works, pretty convenient. Now let's say, as a last step, I want to identify where the switch is in my network. Right? I have no idea how to run a network setup. Eventually, you'd stumble into this topology tool. And there you go. The Meraki switches always keep this up to date. If I add or remove switches, I change around the port configurations. This is a default feature of Meraki devices. I can't turn it off, and I don't need SNMP. I always have an understanding of what every Meraki network is set up to look like. I'm running up on time here, and I've got a ton more to show you, but I think we've really done a decent job of conveying what's important here. And that's the idea that Meraki is here to simplify networking for your organization. And that's important because it frees up you and your team to pursue projects and upgrades that are important to your core business. And that's where Meraki can help you out. Thank you.